Get it.
All right, episode 28, Daily Bread with Sosa and Rex. It's June or July 20th, not fucking June anymore. Hasn't been that for a while. We got a nice big slate for you guys coming up tonight. A lot of ways to make your money. Three main segments before we get into those. Sosa, how you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing great. Another day, another dollar. Yesterday was different. Wasn't one of my better days, but we hit on some plus money. We hit on a nerfy. So yeah, it was pretty. It was a good day. It was a good day, man. I can't complain. Today's been a good
Yeah,
day too. It's gonna be even better by the end of it.
I know you've been going hot on the timeline today, getting everyone all ready for tonight's game.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be pretty interesting. We'll see what happens at the end of the show. I don't know exactly who I'm going with, or do I?
So, do you see what the color is below us? Is that Suns orange or is that Orioles orange? It really doesn't matter at this point, does it? But the O's last night, that was our big play. We don't bring the dogs on for no reason if we ain't going to hit the winners. Hit both of them, too, with the Athletic. So,
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Go ahead. Go ahead, Rick.
all I was saying is we hit the A's and we hit the O's last night. So, yes, we did hit them both. Definitely go Birds. But yeah, we got a jam-packed episode for you today. We got everybody rolling in. We got our usual guys tapping in. Keep coming in live on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Make sure to give us a subscribe and a follow on our YouTube page. But we'll get into MLS to start off today's show. Yes, Marcus, the O's, ignore that record. They're a great team.
My bad. I got a phone call. I had to take that. My fault. Man.
You're all good.
But you already know, man. It's another, what are we on right now? Oh, no, MLS. I'm sorry. I missed what you were saying because I had it muted.
You're all good. We literally just got into it. Just got done talking about the O's. I'm trying to tweet out our YouTube link. So you stalling right there helped it perfectly so I can get that out. YouTube's a little bit easier to interact with us there. So if you want to jump over to there, but let's stop the small talk. Let's get into the bets. Where we'll be making our money. I'll touch on the Gold Cup a little bit after the MLS as well, but man, it's a midweek MLS. So we've said this before, we'll say it again. Tread lightly here, and if you're getting involved in tonight's game like I am, you might want to tread a little bit extra lightly because you got the Houston Dynamo and the Vancouver Whitecaps. It's back in Vancouver. They're allowed to be playing in there, and boy, oh boy, do both of these teams stink. Vancouver got their first win against the Galaxy for the first time since like May 8th, I believe it was their first official win. And we said don't touch the Galaxy if Chicharito wasn't starting or playing. He did neither. And yeah, Vancouver got a big win, but I take that as the Galaxy aren't the best top of the crop team. Their defense is very skeptical. And I think the Whitecaps got pretty lucky in this one just because to pull that one out. Because with the Whitecaps, Cavallini, he's probably their top guy, their top dog up top, and he's playing for Canada in the Gold Cup right now. So that's just kind of where Houston, they're a team that only has 3 points on the road so far in 7 matches. And they're a slight favorite here, man. If we were doing a show or if I wasn't just an MLS gambler, I'd probably be saying stay away from this one because boy, oh boy, who knows what happens. Andrew's checking in and saying he likes the under 2.5 at even is a decent price there. And yeah, I guess you're expecting the Canadian teams or expecting the Blue Jays on July 30th to have a big bounce back at the first game at home. Now you got your second one here. I mean, the travel from Houston to Vancouver is the other thing, but the plus 156 on the Dynamo just seems like they're due to win. It's just they're going to keep being pretty terrible, but as long as Urity's starting up top, I like him to probably bag one, and I have no feel on this total here. This Vancouver offense doesn't show up, but they concede a lot. I think they showed up the last game, and now it's the Dynamo's time to get it. You can play the pick at minus 115. That is a much safer route, and this is the first time we're going to do with MLS, but we're knocking that down to a half unit play tonight. We're not going full. I mean, you got two crap teams playing against each other. Neither will be in the playoffs. So at plus 156, it just seems like the implied probabilities and how the Dynamo can set up top, it just seems that there's too much value in that number. The lineups will be coming out not until 9 o'clock. So if you want to wait until then, you could potentially do that as well.
So basically, Rex is saying there are no rules. Bet on two bad teams.
The draw does have your value there, Andrew. I mean, neither Houston's drawn like 4 out of their last 5 games. It could be a trend, but also at the same time, Houston's starting to turn a corner a little bit. I say very shakily. It's not like I'm expecting them to make the playoffs or over that, but half unit, the Dynamo plus 156.
Who you got it? He knows what's up. He knows what's up.
Boz is saying both teams to score. We could do that just with the Whitecaps. I just, other than Dahome, I'm not too sure who's going to be putting in the back of the net with Cavallini gone. Got a big Gold Cup game tonight, too. I don't have any action in this one, but it's worth talking about just because of the players involved. If anyone has some Gold Cup action, you got 4 games on tonight. You kind of have 2 of the top games spread out, so you can watch at 7 and 10. But Jamaica versus Costa Rica, it's essentially whoever finishes second in that group faces the United States. So you got the Reggae Boys at plus 195, Costa Rica plus 155. We saw this with the USA Canada. The under has adjusted for this one, even though both offense are definitely weaker. The under 2 is at a minus 110. They're not even giving you the 2.5 with both teams already advanced and all the way through. It just seems like we could see another cagey, low-scoring game. No one wanting to get in that much trouble and just get through. And then, yes, Andrew, that is the other game, your top one later in the day, Qatar versus Honduras. Yes, Qatar's in CONCACAF just because they need to participate in the tournament during this break. And I have no real feels on this one. This line's very sketchy because Honduras is kind of already through, but they're not the favorites, and Qatar is sitting at plus 145. I'm just not trusting this Qatar side whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any plays for that Panama game. I mean, you have them at minus 1685, minus 3.5 goal line. I mean, you do what you want to do on that one. I'm not touching it with the 10-foot pole.
No, sir.
All you missed, Cam, was a half unit play on the Dynamo money line. Go pick if you want it to be safer.
Okay.
All right. That's enough soccer talk for all of you. Let's get into the MLB. It's now a Monday. Oh, shoot. Got to keep that one up there. It's not a Monday. So it'll be not, I don't want to say easier, but we've said it before. Mondays are always probably pretty crazy in the MLB.
They're very janky. Travel day, it's usually very, very janky. And it proved to be that way. And the thing is that we did well, but I didn't do well, like, personally with all of my picks. So if that's the case, today's the day where we go crazy. Yes, sir. So I'm looking at this slate right now. You have anything yet right now?
No, you start off with what you got locked in because I always got my questions. I want to bounce off you.
My favorite play today is going to be the Miami Marlins run line at plus 136. They're starting Paulo Espino. That Nationals bullpen is a joke. I don't care if they played well or the team played well recently. I'm fading them. Trevor Rogers is probably their best pitcher. Outside of Alcantara's been solid, but Rogers has been really good. So that's who I'm rocking with. I like the Marlins here in this spot. Run line at plus 136.
So question about that one. You're not worried about a taxed pen?
No. I think Espino is going to get rocked. I don't see
like the Marlins. Oh, so you just think the Marlins are going to score enough and won't matter?
Yeah, I don't see Espino. I don't see Espino being amazing, and I like a team to regress right after putting up a crazy number. I mean, that was just a complete beatdown. I like Miami to bounce back. I don't trust that. And listen, Espino's been a reliever. The last time we saw him, he got tattooed coming on in relief last week. So I'm rolling with the Miami Marlins. That's my dog. That's my dog play.
Yes, and just
I
as
would use
one little last
my
thing,
plus money play. Sorry.
plus money play, I like it there, and it's not a bad strategy because the Nats, out of their last 10, 8 have gone over, only 2 have gone under that number. I mean, you can take all those Padres series, you can go even further back, they're even more over. So, yeah, the Nats do get hit. They can put them up as well, but let's see the Marlins come back alive.
Like I said, my bet is on Rogers. I like Rogers, and also like if it gets to once it gets to the Nationals pen, it's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my first play. My second play is another bounce back play. I like the Blue Jays tonight, -136 money line, and I'm gonna roll with their team total again. Last night they just got absolutely hammered to start the game. Smiley was outrageously bad. The bullpen came in, gave him no help. And like myself, I believe in the bounce back. So that's something that I like. So,
yeah, I don't have many thoughts
the
on
Marlins get
that one.
smoked yesterday. They got murdered yesterday. They used a lot of arms out of that bullpen. That would be the only converse factor that you would go the other way. Braves today. Is it a 7-inning game? Is that a 7-inning game with Darvish, or is it a 9-inning game?
I know it's Darvish versus Toussaint's pitching today. I believe there's only one on the slate.
If it's a 9-inning game, I'm going Braves. I like Braves as well. I definitely like Braves at the money line. Plus 152 at plus 152. And even if you want to take a run line at plus 1.5, even money, that's fine. Look at Darvish's record on the road recently. He's been horrible. He hasn't performed well on the road. I like Atlanta to hit well at home. And and then also this Padres team seems to only perform well against the Nationals and the NL West. So that's just what I've seen. I have no faith in their bullpen, and I do like their I don't like their bullpen per se. Darvish would have to go 8 innings. So I'm definitely 100% rolling with. And then also another reason why I would continue to bet against San Diego, even because I was going to bet against them yesterday, is due to the fact that like Darvish, he was scheduled to start yesterday. Usually when guys get pushed back the next day, they're not on their game.
Throws off their routine, man. They're just creatures of habit, and when.
So that's what you already know. So that's something, especially with a guy like him. So those are my 3 plays that I want to give out to the people today. I'm going 2 dogs, and I'm going with the Toronto Blue Jays.
All right. So my big question for you that I saw, we got Gonzalez versus Marquez, the Mariners versus Colorado. We got an over 11. I know it's an over 11, but if like we were thinking that the balls are juiced, and I know you like Marquez at home. I don't like Gonzalez on the road whatsoever because he has a 7 ERA there. He's given up 22 hits in 19 1/3 innings. I know it's 11. They make them high for a reason. So we've been there. The hot dogs, the longest homer. They put it high for a reason. Tell me why I shouldn't bet the over in this game tonight.
I can't give you a reason why. I cannot. I would love to, but I think that Colorado fuck around and get you 10 runs themselves. To be totally honest. So yeah, that's the Andrew fucking nailed it. Yeah, like
I just saw Andrew. Should do the Rockies team total.
That's the play that I would go at. I mean, they could put up 10 on their own. And you can't trust Marquez because he can get rocked. But again, obviously that would help towards the over. But the easiest play is 100% of the team total over. And I believe that's at 5.5.
Yeah, 5.5 at the juice -130.
Yeah.
See, this is why I throw these questions out into the atmosphere. We get the think tank going. We get our people with the comments. It's a group effort to beat the books. Absolutely. We try to give you our best advantages, but we listen to you guys. We throw up your plays because we want to hear from you, and I'll do it. I was not planning to have an MLB play today, but the think tank got going too well there. We'll do the Rockies over 5.5 at -130.
And before we go to the most important shit, I got one last. I got the Nerfy. No runs first inning in the Arizona-Pittsburgh game.
Bro.
Listen, I
I'm betting on a bad MLS game. I'll give you the pass here.
At minus 120, I'm taking it. All right. That's all I'm going to say. Marquez has, I said, I do like Marquez. So, like, everything points towards Colorado and them getting off as far as hitting. And obviously you can't trust Seattle on the road. So that's all I got for the people. You got anything else?
Come on, man. I'm only trying to put one unit on this play. I got Andrew and Spin Doctor going in. I'll maybe do first 5 over there as well. Just because that would be like a 3 or 2.5 if you think they just hit off Gonzalez, but I'm just going to go full game here.
Baltimore first 5 means back. I got to contact right now. This is why you tune in right here. Thoughts on Baltimore first 5 means back. I got to fade him the first time he comes back. I don't know what he's going to look like. It's too tough to make a call when we haven't seen him in over a month. Rockies have been killers at home.
Yeah, it's nice to having Means back. He was definitely a good pitcher to back earlier in the season. And, I mean, I backed the O's yesterday. The bats could stay alive, but I'm not trying to bounce back and ride the O's in back-to-back days.
Absolutely. Yeah, we already got our money. Quick, fast.
Oh, man. Andrew, I'm not letting you twist my arm on this one. You're not twisting my arm on this one.
It's a stay away.
I saw a crazy stat today with the Pirates. I mean, they have a bunch of losses, but if their pitcher loses or wins their last road start, he always loses the next one. But that wasn't enough to get me to put my money behind Arizona and Widener.
Right.
All right, let's get into the big one. You were already ready, so yes, let's get into the big one. Suns, Bucks, Game 6 could be the last time we talk ball until the draft coming up, or we could have a Game 7 here. Maybe that's why I think there could potentially be one with the orange. I know Sosa could be semi-convinced there isn't, but everyone's already talked about the refs. It's been talked into oblivion, Sosa. So just give me a quick 20 seconds if you think the refs matter tonight or no.
Judge Mathis could be ref in this game, and it wouldn't fucking matter. That's how I feel. Y'all, see, listen, I was waiting. This is what I wanted to address. Listen, it doesn't matter who refs the game tonight, guys. That's why you see me on the timeline. Listen to everyone. Look at what they say. Hear what they say. If you notice, this is a green Dodger hat. This isn't a blue Dodger hat. That should have been a dead giveaway as to where I was going tonight. All right? Listen. It's over. Giannis, trophy time. It's over. The series ends tonight. This guy gets it done. Y'all could bring up Scott Foster. Y'all could tone up, you can bring up Tony Brothers, your mom's brother, your sister. I don't give a fuck who is reffing tonight. You could take the Suns with points if you want, but they're not winning. This is over. The series is over. The Bucks are the champions after tonight. We'll talk about it on Spaces right after. We'll discuss it afterwards. It's over.
So this is where I don't think the refs having it. I mean, you can look into the records. You can look into it all you want. I don't think it has a big impact because Foster sure might get Chris Paul in foul trouble, but he hasn't reffed it yet this series. And the past 3 games, we've seen Chris Paul just completely be taken out of the offense. You have your great thing about saying the 48 to the right pick and rolls. Once Drew and Bud made that adjustment, Chris Paul's barely broken 20 and then sprinting for a layup to break 10. It's just when Booker, I think the Bucks have just said, Booker, you can get your 40. You can do whatever you want to do. Put the team on your back, but we're going to make your role players and especially Chris Paul that much just your average guys, no one that's going to be a game winner. And the Bucks have come up in clutch time. You can give them that, but I mean, when your team's in a flow for the whole game and your other guys aren't, it is what it is. It's just the Bucks have been in a little bit more rhythm. Let me start reading the comments here. Which one, Chris's?
All of them. There is, but yeah, bro. Everybody fucking hates Chris Paul. I've heard tons of stories about him being a terrible teammate, just being a complete dick. Listen, guys, it would have been a cute story. 36-0, and I love that angle. I think the Suns come out, play good first quarter. It's guaranteed they play good first quarter. Why? Because their starters play good to start every game, and then in the second quarter they got murdered. It's continued to get done. I listen. I know everybody wants a game 7. Everybody wants narratives. Everybody wants a different. They want that. I get it, and I get it. There's conspiracy this, conspiracy that. Listen, the Suns are not winning. The NBA wants Giannis to hoist that trophy in his home stadium, on his home floor. They don't want him hoisting it in fucking Phoenix because the Suns ain't winning the fucking series. It's over. All right, that's the definitive thing. I think, and I honestly believe the Bucks cover the spread. I think they actually smack the shit out of them. That was my original thoughts, but I'm gonna just say they win the game. My original thoughts was that the Bucks were gonna fuck them up. Like absolutely maul them and just beat the brakes off of them. But it's narratives. I don't want to be that guy and just tell you. I might tell you in about an hour to bet them to win at least by 10 because I honestly believe that's the case too.
With this number in the purgatory land, which has been the whole season, don't bet this. I mean, unless you think Milwaukee just start to cover finish, just wait to bet live. You'll get a better number, I assume, on both teams for this one here. Unless you just want to get the Suns money line and just think it goes 7. I mean, I honestly think it's going to be close throughout the stretch, which we've seen in most of the games. The first 3 quarters have been close, and then in the fourth quarter, one team ends up breaking away other than when Drew just picked his pocket. I honestly think the Suns come out and win this one. I truly believe that they win, and then they get spanked at home.
So we have our first official head-to-head.
I'm not betting it on it, but I truly do think
Rex is going the other way. I hope y'all it's on camera. Rex is going the other way, and so is Andrew. I love it. I fucking love it. I hate to say it.
We can have some nice bragging rights on the show. We can come up with a funny bet or something for tomorrow.
Get smoked. It's over. It's over. Listen, everything I heard today sounded so good from everybody, and I appreciate the conversation. But come on, man. What do your eyes tell you? The NBA's made their money. They're happy there was a fucking season. They're happy they could fill the stadium by people with people fully by the end of the year. And listen, Rex, everybody's with you. Everyone thinks that the Suns are going to win tonight.
This one said Travis is on your side. Bet the Bucks after the first quarter. I mean, that's a great move because the second quarter is the Bucks quarter.
No, the bench, unless Tony Brothers or Scott Foster is going to get Devin Booker a break. And I mean, by break, I mean Giroux gets 2 fouls in the first 3 minutes of the game. That would be that's it, bro. That would be the listen. I can give you every scenario that would be right. It would be.
There's way too many ways, and then you start overanalyzing.
2 quick fouls, and then everything changes. Right, everything immediately. Listen, the Suns. I expect them to come through good at the beginning of the game. Why? I've said this before. They're super dependent on their starting 5. Their starting 5 plays with good energy. They've done it in every first quarter of every game. They have. And then the second quarter comes, and Saric ain't playing. And Torian Craig is limping up and down the court. And you're asking Devin Booker to play 40-plus minutes. You're asking guys to give you contributions who you haven't asked for all season. I mean, I just can't.
So then why shouldn't we both bet on the Bucks second quarter -1 right now?
I'm with it.
Just win the quarter, -110. That's it, because that's where I don't have any. I like my first quarter bets. I do not like any first quarter play on this one, especially to what Sosa says. You got 2 guys who like to make their mark early on in the game. That's why I haven't bet the money line. Sorry to Zeke. Yet, just because I think the Suns win, but I'm not confident enough, and I don't want to put my hard-earned money on it. I'll put a Taco Bell run. That's my favorite thing is just put a little fun scratch off ticket when you go get the $20, $30 ones. But this isn't a normal unit if I would go with the money line. And I like Drew too much, but he's burned me this series. Are you done?
It's over. Like, the draft is in a month. Okay, it's been a wonderful NBA season. I appreciate the love. It's over.
What about props? You know we ain't just gonna talk size. We always got the props covered for you. We're just teasing you there.
We're not just gonna talk sides. And I'm
wait, before we go there, total. I don't like anything on the total.
On the total, my heart says under. Because in the event that the Suns make this a competitive game, it will be a drag it out first team to 100 game. My expectation is different. I believe that Milwaukee handles business. I honestly believe that. So that's my take. And if they handle business, you could see it. You could see them probably score a lot of points. But I don't like the over. I like the under. If I were to lean either way, it'd be the under.
I always think it's not game sevens yet, but it always seems like sevens go under. This one seems like it could potentially go over, but no strong feels, no inclination on either side of it, just staying off the total for this one.
Absolutely.
All right. Player props. Who takes Cam Akers snaps? Obviously Henderson, and sneaky pick would be that SMU running back that they drafted.
No, he wasn't drafted. He's an undrafted free agent that they picked up.
Sorry. Thank you for that correction. Yes, the SMU running back that's on their roster would be the other guy.
I don't remember his name either, but I know it's the SMU guy. Couple of picks that I have for the people today. Mikal Bridges over 10.5 points. Probably cashed that by halftime.
He went 3 for 3 on 3 though last game. That's what got us there. So we loved it because it cashed our over 3 prop. It cashed your point prop. That's the only thing that scares me is after not missing.
I don't think it's a matter of not missing. It's he knows he needs to play. I like him to play well. I like the program he came out of in college. I like Villanova. And I'm a fan of Mikal Bridges. I'm
a fan of Bridges. I'm not a fan of Nova.
Yeah. I'm a fan of Mikal. And like I said, I think that he knows it's a time for him to step up. Also, the other guy that you have to kind of blindly bet him now is if you can get a prop on Cam Johnson. I mean, bro, like he's their offense from the bench. Like Cam Payne's been a virtual no-show. If you're gonna bet on anybody outside of the starting 5 that play for the Suns, it would be Cam Johnson. He's been their best player off the bench. He's been their most productive player off the bench, and he's been their most consistent player off the bench.
Yeah, they really juiced his threes prop because you used to be able to get that at 1.5 the whole series. Tonight it's finally at 2.5 at -130. So the books have adjusted big time on that one.
I wouldn't touch his threes. I'll take his points though.
Points you can get that at 9.5 -105.
I'll take his points.
Or 8.5 -105. Sorry.
I'll take his points. I like that. I love that.
What about Chris's question? Makes a good point here. Connaughton over 1.5 made threes. I think that might be a little juicy at this point. No, that's -167. It's cash each game. Got any feels on that? I don't like it just because it's -167, but juice doesn't matter when it wins.
I'll find you something to pair with it. Give me a second. To pair with
we have Bobby Portis right in to pair with it. Cam Johnson's was and Cam has Cam Johnson. Sorry, that was tough to say.
My play is do you have a Bobby Portis rebound prop? Because I'm not finding it on my book.
Yeah, give me a second. 4.5 even, 3.5 -185.
Pair it with the 3.5. That is what you can do it. Pair it with 3.5 rebounds for Bobby Portis, and it will cash easy.
All right, so you know where I'm going with my first
4.5 is juice. 3.5 alternate is, would you say, -185?
Yeah, it goes from big real quick.
Right. So like that that's why you pair it with the other one.
You know where I'm going with this guy. I always talk about him. He's probably the guy. Yep.
Your boy. Is he going to get you
16.5 minus 120?
Whew.
If he gets it, there's a game 7. I can tell you that. So there's a prop builder that you can do to take Ayton over 16.5 and his team to win and the Suns to win. So it's my book's calculating the odds on that. That would be the only way I would touch that one. I wouldn't touch Ayton's points straight. And like I said the last time, you got to hope he's 2/3 of the way there by halftime. So you can get a plus 313, Suns to win, and him to go over 16.5 is 313. Not playing it, but that's the way I would attack him tonight. I saw someone bet on, put in our comments, over 1.5 turnovers on him. I do not have a line on that, and I don't think I've ever capped players to commit turnovers before.
8 rebounds and 12.5. Listen, man, I'm done. Those are all the plays I'm giving. I'm nothing else. I gave you the plays that I would go with because my initial thoughts is that this was going to be a blowout. And I still think I could be right, but I'm not going to get out here and toot a tune of unrealistic thoughts. So that's all I got. The guy behind me said he'll handle business. I'm rolling with him. That's what I'm on tonight. It's over to me. I don't really see anything else. I like people can take the angle with the points. Remember, all I'm giving you is the Bucks are going to win. That's that. You can go with your gut as to whether you figure they cover 4.5. Probably when the game, like as soon as the game tips off, I'll give my prediction. So that way, can't nobody say I told him to do anything. My exact prediction, I'm gonna give it at 5 minutes, like as soon as the game tips off.
You're not touching your Giannis assist props because that got juiced big time.
Nope, I'm keeping it light.
That's when you see. Well, just as a question, and we'll recap our props. When you see a book adjust that much, isn't that a dead tail sign that you wrote it long enough? You got it. Now the books are like, that's not cool. Just stop writing it almost at that point.
Yeah, you've cashed me enough. I'm cool. No need to try and do, keep it classy. Leave it alone.
Yeah, and I can't go back to my Drew 20 and 10 well because the first game I stopped doing it after backing it 2 straight. He blows by it. So that was fun to watch. Middleton will dominate. He's set up in that offense too.
Man,
but betting Joe said it. I mean, I don't think it's a bad prop night. Sosa's but that's where I have the second quarter -1 at -110. That's the only official play.
I took that with you.
That I have locked in for this game. It seems like a much better live one. So your bets that you had was you would, I don't know, were your props official or are they just your ways that you would attack?
No, those are official for me. Mikal Bridges points. Bobby Portis rebounds. You can do the 4.5. I like the 4.5 at even money. I like Connaughton's threes. That's a good play because you can combine it with something. But as far as like more official plays, my whole thought process is more geared towards the Milwaukee Bucks winning a championship tonight. Like that's just all that's just really like I can't really give any more insight beyond that. I think that the season ends tonight. That's just my gut feeling as to how it's going to go, no matter who's reffing the game and what narrative is presented to me. That's what I like.
What about Chris Paul props? 21.5 seems like way too much. With
if Chris Paul plays, if he plays great, the Suns will win. But the guy behind me said that's not happening. Listen, bro. Like after tonight, like he won't be underrated anymore because that's the bullshit we hear for years. It's like Giroux's underrated. No, he's not underrated. He's great. It's just people don't pay attention to him, and people think he's average because he doesn't. He's not craving for attention and he's not doing anything with a camera in his face. Just a regular dude, but he's a dog on the floor. First team All NBA defense, finally found a role as a player running the show as a San Antonio type point guard in a San Antonio system. And he's fucking doing it in his first fucking year. That's another thing people don't realize. This man just showed up 6 months ago, and they're in the finals, about to win a championship. We can give Giannis all the credit we want. And they had everybody else. There's only one guy. There's only one guy that's been the difference. It's that guy. It's him. That's it. He's been the difference. Now, you can give him his flowers now, or you can give him after the game when they win tonight. But I want it to be clear that the most important player to this Milwaukee Bucks team isn't Middleton, and it's not Giannis. It's this guy. Because they had him and Giannis. They had Jason Kidd as their coach.
Bledsoe.
They had Brogdon. They had Bledsoe. They had whatever the fuck. He the difference. He's the difference. This guy's the difference. That's why they're going to win a championship tonight. So, NBA season's over. It's over. No, yes, and him and his wife deserve all their flowers. So they're just good people. That's the thing. It's. I cheer for him because one, he's a former Sixer. And he's a dog. He's a dog.
He was given the worst scenarios as well with that Philly roster. Then he got down to the Pels.
Yeah.
And he only had was AD, and now he's in a scheme and system that Bud has found that I have Giannis, I have Middleton, I have these two great pieces. I just need one guy to finish it off. Bledsoe, we thought it could be him. It wasn't, and they bring in Drew, and yeah.
Yeah, well,
I still think we see Game 7. Sosa does not. So that's just like a little friendly wager bragging rights we have against each other so we can go at each other on the show.
I love it.
No money behind that one, though. Just to recap my other two plays other than the Bucks second quarter, I got that half unit on the Dynamo money line, and then I got the Rockies team total over.
Yeah. Well, there y'all have it. We are going to enjoy this wonderful Tuesday and watch Giannis hoist the trophy at the crib. Anything else we need to cover?
Nah, just like he said, get in Sosa spaces later tonight. He will be pretty I know he'll be getting pretty wild up in there. Subscribe to us. Throw us a like on YouTube. We are very close to giving away another $100. Make us do it this week. Everyone who's a subscriber is eligible to be in it. Live on Twitch and Twitter as well.
Press the
That's
button.
about it. We'll be back live tomorrow. Daily Bread. You know who we are. Until tomorrow.
Let's get it.